Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Zmoon car windshield cover, and this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing this before I post it. If you're interested in one of these, I'll put a link in the description of this on Amazon. If you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So this comes in like kind of storage pouch, and we'll pull it out here. It's kind of a reflective kind of a mat. Okay, and to put this on, you're supposed to put these wings in your door. You close it in your door and that holds tight, and then it has elastic that can go around your rear view mirror. So they mentioned that you can use this in the winter to keep snow and ice off your car, in the spring to keep dust off, like I get pollen covering my windshield. In the summer you can put it on to block UV from getting in to your car, and in the fall you can keep leaves off your car. So this also has some tiny magnets here. They're pretty strong magnets though. And I think there's one over here, so there's 3 of these magnets. And those are to magnet onto your hood. So we have a couple different cars, and my daily driver is a Subaru Outback, and it actually has an aluminum hood, so this magnet feature won't really help with that. But if you do have a steel hood, like most cars do, this will magnet on and kind of keep this down. So that's an extra feature. I'm going to try this out on, I might try it on all 3 cars and see how it fits on all 3. So I'll measure this with my ruler. Amazon has measurements on it too. I'm just going to see what measurements I get. So I get about 58 inches width, and I get a little over 43 for the height. So, and these aren't exact measurements, I'm just checking here. I may have been off a little bit. So I'm going to go install this on my car, and then I'll go film out there on my driveway, and we'll see how this fits. Okay, so I have it on the first car. This is a 2006 Honda Civic, and this pretty much taps out the capacity of this cover. This has a huge windshield in it. It's just massive, but this does more or less cover it. There's a little like tiny gap here, and a tiny gap here. This doesn't reach enough to magnet onto the hood, but it actually magneted onto the windshield wiper on this side, and it doesn't magnet on that side. You can see here it closes in the door, and then we have the straps that go over the mirror. I'll look at the other side. So that flap, I lined up the top, and then I put the flap in the door and just close it. And then there's the strap there. So blowing wind could get in on this car under here. I'd still say this is probably better than nothing. And a lot of times when you get because we get like heavy rain here, ice storms, a lot of times you'll have rain coming down and freezing. So this will keep that clear, and it will cover the windshield wipers. And if you have blowing snow, it's probably going to get in here. But most of the time we don't have blowing snow in that regard. I mean, we do have blowing snow, but if you know which way the wind's going too, you could also face this into the wind or to the side. I don't know, you could experiment with it and see what works best. But this is going to be probably your worst case scenario with a windshield because it's massive. So I'm going to try this on my other vehicles now, and we'll see how it fits. So if the Honda is the big windshield, this is a small windshield. This is a 97 Land Cruiser. This has a relatively small windshield. So this fits pretty good here. So we have the flaps going in the door, we have the elastic over the rear view mirrors, and then we have this attached to the hood with the magnets. And this attaches very well. I was surprised. I thought that might be gimmicky, having those magnets in there. But I mean, if you had wind blowing up here, this is going to keep it from flopping up. They're tiny magnets, but they hold very tight. So this would keep the snow and ice off the windshield fairly well here. So I mean, we get some pretty bad blizzards, and there's not much you can do for some of them, but I think for 95% of what we get, this would cover and protect your windshield and keep you from having to scrape the ice off. So I think the person who's going to buy this, you might have someone that stores a car outside that wants to put this on it, and then a lot of people, if they commute and you park in a parking lot all day, you can throw this on if you know a storm's coming, and when you're ready to go at night, you can just pull this off and you don't have to clean ice off your windshield. So we have the big windshield, we have the small one. Now I'm going to get my Subaru Outback out and we'll check it out. And that's kind of a in between. Okay, so this is 2016 Subaru Outback. I have it on here. We have it closed in the door here. We have the straps around the mirrors, And this is the one that does not have the steel hood on it, so the magnets do not stick. I was able to tuck it in here. Depending on what you're doing, you may or may not want to do that. I don't know if like snow and ice could get stuck in there and then, you know, it would kind of glue this to the hood. So it may be better to leave it out. Of course, if you're using it to block the sun, then that would be fine to do that. But you can't overlap that there. One thing about this car is it does have heated windshield wipers, or heated windshield there, so it will de-ice the windshield wipers. So if some snow got in, but you keep the rest of it clear, you're going to be in better shape than if you didn't cover any of it. So look at that from the front. And you know, this has a big windshield, but this has a pretty good sized windshield too, really. So you take a situation like this with this, and you have like, say a Toyota Camry, you have your steel hood, you're going to cover your windshield, and then this is going to overlap and cover your windshield wipers to keep the snow and ice off of that too. So this is pretty slick. I'm not keeping this though. This is going to my wife because she parks outside during the day. So I think this will come in handy for her this winter, and not having to chisel, you know, frozen snow and ice off of her windshield. So, well, that's it for this video. If you have any questions about this, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.